Oh, you folks must be lost. Mrs. Whitman, head inspector at Ashford Academy, appears at the entrance with a smile that doesn't reach her eyes. Chanel dress, pearls around her neck, condescension in her voice. David Carter and his wife Monica stop. He's carrying a Batman backpack. She's holding a frozen lunchbox. Quality clothes, but clearly bought at department stores, not boutiques. "We're not lost," David responds calmly. "We're here for the field trip meeting." "Meeting?" Mrs. Whitman tilts her head like she's talking to children. "Oh, you must be confused. The staff meeting is next week." "We're not staff." Monica keeps her tone neutral. "We're parents." The fake smile wavers for a second. "Parents! Of course, of course." Mrs. Whitman looks over their shoulders. "But where are your children?" "In class," David responds. "Noah and Sophia Carter, our twins." The inspector blinks, once, twice, like a computer processing an error. "The Carter twins? From Class B?" "Exactly." "Oh." The O carries 1,000 prejudices. "How interesting. I didn't know they were, well." She doesn't finish. She doesn't need to. The silence speaks volumes. "Adopted?" Monica offers, already knowing the dance. "I was going to say scholarship students." Mrs. Whitman hurries. "We have a wonderful inclusion program." "They're not on scholarship," David clarifies. "We pay full tuition." "Oh." Another loaded O. "How admirable. The effort you must make. It's truly inspiring." Monica feels her jaw tighten. David gently places his hand on her back. "So, the meeting," he insists. "Yes, about that." Mrs. Whitman subtly blocks the entrance. "We need to verify a few little things first. Protocol, you understand. Children's safety comes first." "What kind of verification?" Monica asks. "Just confirming you're on the list. There have been some incidents with people pretending to be relatives. You understand, don't you?" The implication hangs in the air like toxic smoke. Other parents start arriving for the meeting. They stop to watch the scene. Whispers begin. "What's happening, Margaret?" a mother in designer clothes asks. "These people," Mrs. Whitman points, "are claiming to be the Carter twins' parents." The woman, Elizabeth Harrington, lets out an incredulous laugh. "The Carter twins? But they're—" She stops, looking at the couple. "White?" Monica completes. "Yes, we know. There are children." More parents gather. A father in an expensive suit approaches. "Is this some kind of joke?" he questions. "We all know the twins. There's no way you could be—" "Be what, Mr. Davidson?" David recognizes him from the parent council. "Black parents with white children?" "Nobody's saying that," Elizabeth hurries. "You don't need to say it," Monica responds. "It's quite clear." Mrs. Whitman grabs her radio. "Security to main entrance. We have a situation." "You're calling security on us?" David is incredulous. "For being parents?" "For lying about being parents," the inspector corrects. "It's a matter of child safety." "Child safety?" Monica laughs, but there's no humor. "The only threat here is your prejudice." 2 security guards arrive. Big, intimidating. "What's the problem, Mrs. Whitman?" "These people are trying to enter falsely claiming to be parents of students." "It's not false." David raises his voice. "We're Noah and Sophia Carter's parents." "Sir, we're going to need you to leave," a guard approaches. "I'm not going anywhere without seeing my children." "Then we'll have a problem," the guard responds. "You know what I'm going to do?" Mrs. Whitman takes out her phone. "I'm calling the police. This is clearly attempted kidnapping." "Kidnapping?" Monica explodes. "Of our own children?" "Prove they're your children," Elizabeth challenges. Monica opens her purse, takes out her wallet. Shows photos, the family together, her, David, and the blonde twins smiling. Photos can be faked, Mrs. Whitman dismisses. Anyone can take a photo with children these days with AI. So what do you want? David asks, frustration growing. A DNA test here at the door? It would be a start, someone murmurs. This is ridiculous, Monica shouts. My babies are in there waiting for us. Your babies, Mrs. Whitman makes air quotes. How convenient. We're not the only black parents here, David points out. The situation is about to explode when a voice cuts from above. Mommy! Daddy! Everyone looks up. At the second-floor window, two little blonde faces appear, Noah and Sophia Carter, tears streaming down their faces. Mommy! Sophia screams. Why won't they let you in? The silence that follows is deafening. My God! Elizabeth whispers. Mrs. Whitman goes pale. This doesn't prove anything, she tries. They could have trained the children. But her voice fails when the twins disappear from the window. Seconds later, the school door bursts open. Sophia and Noah run out, barefoot, still wearing their paint smocks, tears and paint mixed on their faces. Mommy! Daddy! They throw themselves into their parents' arms. Monica drops to her knees to hug them. David wraps them protectively. Why wouldn't they let you in? Noah sobs. We were waiting. Mrs. Whitman said you couldn't come, Sophia adds, that you weren't our real parents. Monica's blood boils. She said what? Calm down, love, David whispers, but his eyes promise a storm. What's going on here? The authoritative voice belongs to Dr. Patricia Ashford, the school's principal, an imposing 60-year-old woman, always impeccable, now rushing down the steps. Dr. Ashford, Mrs. Whitman hurries, I can explain. Noah, Sophia, why are you out here? The principal notices the children clinging to their parents. Mrs. Whitman wouldn't let Mommy and Daddy in, Sophia accuses between sobs. The principal looks at the couple, at the children, at the inspector. David? Monica? She recognizes them now. What does this mean? It means, David stands, children still clinging, that we were blocked for being too black to be our children's parents. That's absurd, Mrs. Whitman protests. I was protecting the children. From whom? Monica asks. From their own parents? You didn't look. The inspector stops. Didn't look what? David presses. White enough? Dr. Ashford is processing the situation. Other teachers start appearing, drawn by the commotion. Mrs. Whitman, the principal speaks slowly, you prevented the Carters from entering based on what exactly? Well, look at them, the inspector gestures, and look at the children. I am looking, Dr. Ashford responds coldly. I see a family. What do you see? Perhaps we should continue this in my office, the principal suggests. No, Monica stands. We were humiliated publicly. Monica, David tries. No, David, enough. She turns to the crowd of parents. How many of you have questioned how we have white children? In the hallways, in whispers, in looks. An uncomfortable silence hangs in the air. You thought we were nannies at the park, thought they were adopted when we picked them up. Some even asked where we got them. My children, David adds, were born from us. Yes, genetics is complex. Yes, it's possible. And no, we don't owe anyone explanations. Mrs. Whitman tries one last card. I still think we should verify, for the children's sake. Enough! A voice cuts through. It's Miss Sarah, the twins' teacher, young, black, furious. Mrs. Whitman, I've been holding my tongue for 2 years, but now it's enough. Sarah? The principal tries. No, Dr. Ashford, she needs to hear this. Sarah turns to the inspector. You do this to every black family. Question, investigate, look for problems where none exist. I treat everyone equally, Mrs. Whitman defends herself. Lies, Sarah continues. When the Johnsons arrived late, you searched the mother's bag and that made them pull their kids from school.
When Maya's father came to pick her up in an Uber, you called to confirm he was really her father. And now this, Sarah points to the Carters, the height of absurdity, denying entry based on what? Melanin? You don't understand, Mrs. Whitman is getting desperate. We have to protect the children. Child trafficking is real. And so is racism, Monica responds. Noah tugs at his mother's dress. Mommy, what's racism? The silence is painful. Monica kneels. It's when people judge others by their skin color, my love, like Mrs. Whitman did today. But that's wrong, Sophia says simply. Teacher said color doesn't matter. Your teacher is right, David affirms. So why did Mrs. Whitman do it? Noah asks. Everyone looks at the inspector. She opens her mouth, closes it. There's no answer that would justify it to a 5-year-old. Dr. Ashford approaches the twins. Children, why don't you go back to class with Miss Sarah? Mommy and Daddy will be right there. Promise? Sophia holds her mother's hand tight. I promise, my love. Monica kisses her forehead. The children reluctantly go with the teacher, but Noah stops and looks back. Mrs. Whitman, his voice is little, is clear. You were mean to my parents. That's not nice. The simplicity of the child's accusation hits like a punch. With the children inside, David turns to the principal. Dr. Ashford, this isn't an isolated incident, is it? David, answer, Monica presses. How many families have gone through this? The principal hesitates. It's an answer enough. How many black families were verified? David continues. How many were questioned? How many left this school because of this? Ashford Academy has a diversity policy, Dr. Ashford begins, which clearly doesn't work, Monica cuts in. Diversity isn't just enrolling black students, it's ensuring they're treated with dignity. You're exaggerating, Harrington tries. It was a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? David turns to her. We were accused of attempted kidnapping of our own children. That's a crime, Mrs. Harrington. False accusation is a crime. Mrs. Whitman pales even more. I didn't file any formal charges, but you threatened to, Monica points out, in front of witnesses. You know what's most ironic about all this? David continues. You have no idea who we are. David, Monica tries. No, love. They need to know. He turns to the crowd. I'm Dr. David Carter, Chief of Neurosurgery at Presbyterian Hospital. Gasps in the crowd. 6 months ago, he continues, I saved a child's life. 12-hour surgery, brain tumor. The child survived because of my work. He looks directly at Dr. Ashford. It was your grandson, wasn't it, Dr. Ashford? The principal goes white. Everyone turns to her. Yes, she whispers. The same hand that saved your grandson, David raises his hand, was deemed unworthy to touch my own children because of its color. The impact is visible. Elizabeth covers her mouth. Other parents murmur in shock. And I, Monica steps forward, am Federal Judge Monica Carter. Absolute silence. And I'm here not just as a mother, but investigating complaints of racial discrimination at this school. Mrs. Whitman needs to lean against the wall. Complaints that, Monica looks around, have just been spectacularly confirmed. This is a setup, Mrs. Whitman tries. They led me on. Nobody led you to anything, Monica responds. You showed who you are. Now face the consequences. Dr. Ashford, David turns to the principal. Did you know about Mrs. Whitman's practices? The principal hesitates. It's too much. I suspected, she admits. There were complaints, but never concrete proof. How many black families left the school in the last 2 years? Monica asks. 6. The answer comes from another black father, Marcus Thompson. 6 families. My sister was one of them. Why? David asks, though he knows the answer. Incompatibility with school values. Marcus makes air quotes. Translation, too black for Ashford. More black parents start speaking up, stories of microaggressions, constant questioning, isolated children.
My son was accused of stealing lunch, a mother shares, even with his name on the lunchbox. My daughter was never picked for lead roles in plays, another adds, always best friend or tree number 3. They asked my husband to use the service entrance when he came to pick me up in an Uber, a third reveals. Each story is another nail in the school's reputation coffin. Enough! Mrs. Whitman explodes. You're twisting everything. I've protected this school for 15 years. Protected from what? Monica asks. From people like us? From people who don't belong. The words escape before she can stop them. The silence that follows is deadly. And there it is, David says calmly, the naked truth. Mrs. Whitman tries to recover. That's not what I meant. That's exactly what you meant, Monica interrupts, and everyone here heard it. Dr. Ashford finally takes a stand. Mrs. Whitman, collect your things. You're suspended, effective immediately. You can't do this, the inspector screams. I have a contract. I have rights. And you violated the rights of dozens of families, the principal responds. This ends now. It's not enough, David intervenes. Suspension? After years of systematic discrimination? What do you want? Dr. Ashford asks. Real change, Monica responds. Starting with Mrs. Whitman's termination, full investigation of all discriminatory practices, and, David adds, reparations for the families who were driven away. This is blackmail, Elizabeth Harrington protests. No, Monica turns to her. This is justice, and it's overdue. Monica's phone rings. She looks, smiles. Excuse me. She answers. Yes, you can come in. We're in the main courtyard. Minutes later, several black cars enter through the gate. Men and women in suits get out. What is this? Dr. Ashford asks. Department of Civil Rights, Monica responds. Education Division. I said I was investigating, didn't I? Agents start spreading out. One approaches Monica. Judge Carter, did we get everything? More than we needed, she confirms, including public confession. Mrs. Whitman tries to flee. An agent blocks her. Ma'am, we'll need your statement. I want a lawyer, she screams. That's your right, the agent responds. But I suggest cooperation. The charges are serious. Dr. Ashford approaches David, voice low. Dr. Carter, David, I'm so sorry. Deeply. You saved my grandson, and I allowed this to happen in my school. Allowed is the right word, David responds. Your omission was complicity. I know. Tears in her eyes. How can I fix this? You can't. Monica joins them.
Ensure it never happens again. Noah and Sophia appear at the door with Miss Sarah. They see the commotion, the agents, the agitated parents. Mommy? Sophia calls. Is everything okay? Monica kneels and hugs her children. Yes, my love. Finally it is. Will Mrs. Whitman apologize? Noah asks. Everyone looks at the inspector being escorted away. Maybe someday, David responds. But what matters is she won't hurt anyone else. Miss Sarah approaches. Mr. and Mrs. Carter, I want to apologize too. I knew and didn't do enough. You did what you could, Monica acknowledges. Today, you spoke up. That matters. Other parents start approaching, some to apologize, others to thank them. The barrier has been broken. Marcus Thompson extends his hand to David. Thank you. For all of us. It's not over, David shakes his hand. It's just the beginning. Dr. Ashford stands on a bench to speak. Attention, everyone. In light of today's events, I announce immediate changes at Ashford Academy. She lists Mrs. Whitman fired, full investigation, new code of conduct, diversity committee with real power, reparations for affected families. And, she looks at the Carters, if David and Monica accept, I'd like them to lead our new equity council. Monica and David look at each other. The twins tug at their clothes. Say yes, Mommy, Sophia pleads, to help everyone. What do you think? Monica asks her husband. I think, David responds, our children deserve a better school. All children do. Then yes, Monica announces, we accept, but with conditions. Which ones? Dr. Ashford asks. Full transparency, real decision-making power, and Mrs. Whitman permanently banned from any branch of this educational institution. Done, the principal agrees. Ashford Academy is unrecognizable. A colorful mural at the entrance celebrates diversity. Parents of all colors and classes come and go freely. David and Monica arrive to pick up the twins. The new security guard, a young black man, smiles. Good afternoon, Dr. and Judge Carter. The children are on the playground. No verification, no questioning, just respect. On the playground, Noah and Sophia play with children of all colors. The subtle segregation that existed has been broken. Mommy, Daddy, they run when they see their parents. Look what we made today. They show drawings, their family. Underneath, written crookedly, my beautiful family. The new teacher said family is love, Sophia explains. Colors don't matter. The new teacher is right, Monica smiles. Miss Sarah approaches, now vice principal. Carters, good to see you. We have news. She shows data. Black family enrollment up 200%. Discrimination incidents, 0. Parent satisfaction, historic high. It's a start, David comments. A great start, Sarah agrees. Thanks to you. While they talk, a woman approaches hesitantly. It's Elizabeth Harrington. David? Monica? May I speak with you? Monica tenses. David places his shoulder on her. What do you want, Elizabeth? To apologize, she responds. Truly. I've spent 6 months in therapy trying to understand my prejudice. Silence. I grew up in a bubble. Never questioned anything. When I saw you being blocked, my first instinct was to agree. That haunts me. And now? Monica asks. Now I'm learning. My daughter made friends with a black girl. When I went to pick her up, the mother looked at me with fear. Fear of me. That's when I understood. Tears in her eyes. I don't expect forgiveness. I just wanted you to know I'm changing. Trying to change. Monica observes the woman, sees real pain, real effort. Change is a process, she finally says. Keep trying. Elizabeth nods gratefully and walks away. You were generous, David comments. Our children are watching, Monica responds. Let them learn compassion too. That night at home, the TV shows the news. Former school inspector convicted of racial discrimination. Margaret Whitman sentenced to 2 years in prison and banned from working in education. The twins are coloring. They don't pay attention. For them, it's the past. Think it was too much? Monica asks David. No, he responds. How many children did she traumatize? How many families did she drive away? Justice isn't revenge. It's consequence. The phone rings. It's Marcus Thompson. Did you see the news? Other schools are changing policies because of your case. It's a domino effect. That was the goal, David responds. Systemic change. After he hangs up, Monica hugs him. Was it worth it? All the trauma? Look at our children, David points to the laughing twins. They'll grow up in a slightly better world. We're in 2025 and this still happens in subtle ways. So yes, it was worth it. 1 year later. Kindergarten graduation. Noah and Sophia take the stage. Their smiles shine bright. In the auditorium, families applaud equally. David and Monica watch proudly. Beside them, other black families also watch their children sharing the same stage.
Parents. No longer isolated, no longer questioned. Just parents. The new principal, Dr. Williams, a black woman, speaks into the microphone. This year, we learn that diversity isn't about tolerance. It's about celebration. Every child here is unique and special. She calls the graduates. One by one, they receive certificates.
When it's the twins' turn, Noah and Sophia Carter, the auditorium explodes in applause. Not because they're special, but because they're children. Just children. After the ceremony, a reporter approaches. Dr. and Judge Carter, 1 year later. Any regrets? Monica and David look at each other. The twins run around, playing with friends of all colors. Regrets, Monica repeats. Just one. Not acting sooner. What would you say to other parents in similar situations? The reporter asks. Don't stay silent, David responds. Your silence doesn't protect your children. It only perpetuates the problem. And to schools, she continues. Real diversity hurts, Monica is direct. It requires real change, real discomfort. But the result is worth it. The reporter thanks them and leaves. The Carters gather their children. Let's celebrate, David announces. Ice cream for everyone. Yay! The twins scream. As they leave, Noah stops and looks at the school. Daddy? Next year, I'll miss this place. Why, son? Because here I learned that being different is cool, that my family is perfect the way it is. David swallows the lump in his throat. Monica wipes away a tear. You know what? She says. You're absolutely right. They leave together, a family. Not despite the differences, because of them. At the gate, a new sign, Ashford Academy, where every family is welcome. And for the first time, it's true. 5 years later, the Carter twins write an essay at school. My family is special, not because we look different, but because my parents fought so all families would be respected. They taught me love has no color, and that sometimes being different means being brave. The teacher reads with tears in her eyes, not of pity, of hope. Because change, real change, is measured in generations, and Noah and Sophia Carter's generation won't tolerate what their parents suffered. Never again. How many families are judged by appearance every day? How many children grow up questioning if they belong? How many parents have to prove who they are because of their appearance, profession, sexual orientation, or color? The Carter's story isn't unique. It happens in schools, banks, restaurants. It happens now in 2025. The question is, will you be Mrs. Whitman or Miss Sarah? Will you perpetuate or break the cycle? Share this story, not for the drama, for the change. Because tomorrow, the judged family could be yours.